So, as you can see, there's something wrong with this beer. Okay. This is
Ontario. Yeah, it's Cameron's Obsidian Imperial Porter. Rum barrel aged is coming in at 9.2% alcohol by volume. Oakville, Ontario. Yeah, it's Cameron's Obsidian Imperial Porter. Rum barrel aged is coming in at 9.2% alcohol by volume. Oakville, Ontario. Yeah, it's Cameron's Obsidian Imperial Porter. Rum barrel aged is coming in at 9.2% alcohol by volume. Oakville, Ontario. Yeah, it's Cameron's Obsidian Imperial Porter. Rum barrel aged is coming in at 9.2% alcohol by volume.
okay. So, I wasn't handling this beer rough or anything, but it just, like, fucking blew up. Like, I mean, it fucking erupted and wouldn't fucking stop. Like, they didn't fucking bottle condition it with the proper amount of sugar or something, because, like, it just fucking kept going and going and going. I had to fucking take it outside. And it kept fucking going, and it was still going until I fucking poured it, really. So I don't know what the fuck. Anyway, so it's served between 13 and 15 degrees Celsius. 9.2% alcohol by volume. Imperial Porter from Cameron's. Alright, rum barrel aged. Smelling good, like it doesn't smell like it's fucked up. But I just don't know how in the hell it could explode like that. There was a shit ton of yeast in the bottom. Okay? Learn how to prime your fucking bottles, alright? Because one of these fuckers could blow up, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's a lot of gas in here for an Imperial Porter. I mean, it's kind of still on the way down, which is a bit weird. Has a great flavor. A nice burnt grains. Very thick-bodied for a porter. It's like a very red on the pour. Very viscous, very thick. Gonna be that oak on the edge. And the rum is shining through a bit for sure. Kind of evenly throughout the whole thing. Doesn't really start in the start or end in the end or start in the end or anything. It's just kind of always there. It's pretty good beer. I'm just kind of pissed off that it was so primed. I mean, that was fucked up. Like, it just fucking exploded. I don't know if I've ever had that exactly, aside from homebrews, with that kind of insanity, because that was kind of fucked. So they might want to stir their fucking shit around before they fucking prime these bottles. Anyway, unless that's caused from some type of infection, but I did see a shit ton of yeast on the bottom, like more than normal. So I think it was just too much fucking sugar in here. With these bigger bottles, I imagine they would know this by now. I don't know how many years they've been brewing this. But for people at home, if you're going to brew beer and you're going to bottle condition, the bigger bottles don't need as much priming sugar. If you do, you're going to have like some serious fucking issues. When you open some of these beers, it's going to be fucking nuts. A bit of booziness in the back. It's just pretty much basically a very burnt, like just getting a major stout kind of vibe off of it. Like this major char, nice thick and heavy, heavy malts, smooth. Not coming off too dry or anything. A little bit there. Nice aftertaste. Way too much on the carbonation, obviously. Um, it's not really blowing me away. I do see like there's a very nice flavor there, but it's very one dimensional. It doesn't really. All the flavors are tying in. Like if you're getting any hops, bitterness is mixed in with the rum and the charness so well. It's all like one flavor kind of. And it just rides out like that. It doesn't transition or anything. So I am pissed off about that being prime like fucking balls out crazy. Although it could just be a once in a while thing. But if you know of any others that are like if the whole fucking works are exploding like that, that's kind of fucked up. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Disappointing. It was not a bad deal. And the flavor is pretty good. Like it's not a bad tasting beer by any means. Yeah, it's just very very one dimensional, which is kind of it's not really a bad thing. It is kind of unusual. Most beers do have flavor transitions. You know, I find there's not very many that just kind of have a taste and that's it. Not a bad head on here. It's quite dense, the bubbles and stuff, so. I'm enjoying it, but now I gotta clean my whole fucking area. Like fucking, it was just fucking booming and it's fucking holy fuck. It just wouldn't. I couldn't believe the amount of pressure, but I have had that happen in homebrew priming. By using the recommended amount of priming sugar, it's way too fucking much. Unless you refrigerate them to make it go dormant. If you just leave them on the shelf, you better put less in, and that's what I do. I don't refrigerate mine because I don't have fucking space to put all my fucking beers in the fridge unless I had an extra fridge, which I don't. So I just leave them on the shelf and put way less, like less than half, and leave them for a long time so they fully ripen. You know what I mean? And then it's not an issue. But they may. I don't know what they do at the breweries if they refrigerate them to make them go dormant, or if they just, or if this was at the bottom and it wasn't stirred up enough or some shit like that. As I batch prime now, I put my dextrose in a rack from the fermenter into a new bucket just before I do it, like a sanitary bucket, and then mix in dextrose about half, if not less than half, of what's recommended. Because I am doing larger bottles, so larger bottles need less. Because I'm pretty much all on bombers now and growlers and stuff. So you just put fucking half in, whatever, and then you don't have an issue. But I would assume they know what they're doing, but I don't know what the fuck. This pisses me off. Yeah. As for Imperial Porters, I'm a little bit let down because it has a big burntness, which is nice. Like it's not really overkill on the burn. It's thick, viscous, but porters I find to be very nice and complex, and to have some fruity characters from the hops and stuff going on. Although porter is a very massive style, like they're all over. So not my. It definitely is not a Spinal Tap or anything. I'd say it's definitely a 9 out of 11. Could use maybe a little more hops. Would be kind of nice in the finish, but you know, whatever. There's a million ways to brew beer. And I'm kind of getting a little bit of the rum, but it's not really major. From what I remember drinking rum, I'm not getting that big rum flavor so much. Very interesting aroma. A very, very harsh. It's kind of got a harshness to it. But I'm going to 9 out of 11 it. Fucking beer blew the fuck up. That's bullshit. Beerzerker, I'm out. Yeah!